What is it today? It's Monday, and I'm not sure what the date is here in March. May. It's May. Anyways, by now you've probably seen it going viral. Keir Starmer, PM of the UK, Macron, France, and the newly and barely elected Chancellor of Germany, Friedrich Merz, sitting on the train with the Pepsi spoon and the Pepsi flap there. And the comments kill me. People saying, "Oh, that's a pen and a tissue." Well, okay, make of it what you will. But Germany, last week it was, their spook agency, I'm not sure what it's called, I guess it's the equivalent of CSIS or the CIA, labeled the AFD, the Alternative for Deutschland Party, as far-right extremists. Well, they've rescinded that now. And the mainstream media in Germany reports that 50% of the population consider the AFD to be far-right extremists and that they should be banned. While at the same time, the party's popularity continues to rise in the polls. Shoot over to Keir Starmer's Britain, the UK, and Nigel Farage, right wing, is killing it in, I guess, they call them council elections. And Keir Starmer's labor's in a rough way. I forgot to mention the three fellas on the train with the Pepsi flap and the Pepsi spoon. They're all World Economic Forum members. Commonality there. In Romania, the elections, woo, that country's, you're either left or right there. And rights seems to be winning in the elections there. Further news, the EU Commission in Brussels, headed by Ursula von der Leyen, lifelong WEF member and sits on the Board of Trustees at the WEF, seems to be really losing its grip. Hungary, for example, refused to accept the immigration numbers that the EU dictates they must take in. The EU responded by fining them $200 million. The EU's getting the same pushback regarding the same issue in Poland. And, well, Ireland and the UK continues to protest massively against mass migration. And we see the same thing happening in Germany. Anyways, that's a quick overview from the UK and the EU, because the mainstream media is not talking about it, so I guess I will, or just did.